makers, and events that make news in the global village.
Good afternoon. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Ministry of Energy allays fears of fuel shortages. BRI commends Ratsa for transport sector reforms. Former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin acquitted in royal insult case. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. The Ministry of Energy, in collaboration with the Energy Regulation Board (DRB), has assured the nation that Zambia has adequate fuel stocks despite reports of shortages at some filling stations. In a statement, the minister says that as of 21st August 2025, the country had 64,476,874 liters of diesel in stock, which is equivalent to 14 days of national consumption. A survey has been conducted across 650 filling stations nationwide, which reveals that 456 stations are dispensing both diesel and petrol. 33 stations are dispensing only diesel, 125 stations are dispensing only petrol, and 36 stations have temporarily run out of stock. The minister has stated that these figures confirm that fuel supply across the country is sufficient. It explains that the reported shortages are localized and linked to supply chain bottlenecks. The ministry, working with the ERB and other stakeholders, is addressing these challenges to stabilize the market.
My ministry, working closely with the Energy Regulation Board, ERB, has taken note of recent reports of fuel shortages at some of filling stations. I wish to make it clear that the country has adequate stocks of diesel to meet the current demand. As of yesterday, 21st August 2025, the national stock of diesel was 64.8 million liters, equivalent to 14 days of national consumption. A survey of 650 filling stations nationwide revealed as follows: 456 stations were dispensing both diesel and petrol. 33 stations were dispensing only diesel. 125 stations were dispensing only petrol. 36 stations had temporarily run out of stock. These figures confirm that fuel supply across the country is sufficient.
Zambia Sugar PLC has expressed following the death of a third-party contractor who was fatally injured while repairing a tire at the Nakambala Transport Workshop on 21st August 2025. The deceased, Joseph Kaunda, a husband and father of two, was an employee of Cow Tire, a company contracted to undertake maintenance of tires for the Zambia Sugar fleet of equipment and vehicles. Zambia Sugar PLC Corporate Affairs Director Eugene Chungu notes that the company notified relevant authorities immediately the incident occurred and is supporting investigations being conducted by the Zambia Police, government authorities, and other stakeholders. Mr. Chungu says following the incident, the company has suspended operations for 2 days and instituted a safety stand-down, including face-to-face communication to convey the news to employees and contractors. He has reiterated the company's commitment to prioritizing the safety of its employees and contractors, as well as that of other stakeholders. Mr. Chungu assures that Zambia Sugar will continue to review and enhance security installations and procedures used for all work assignments undertaken by employees and contractors to prevent similar incidents in the future. Mr. Chungu has conveyed condolences and committed support to the Kaunda family and has requested that they be kept in prayers during this difficult moment. Ministry of Commerce, Trade and Industry Permanent Secretary, Trade and Commerce Lillian Walia has highlighted the need to address emerging trade and non-trade concerns through continued dialogue. The ultimate objective is to create a more predictable and efficient cross-border environment. Delivering her opening remarks at the Zambia-Tanzania Bilateral Trade Senior Officials Meeting in Nakonde, Muchinga Province, Mrs. Walia emphasized the significance of the meeting in fostering economic development and prosperity of the two sister nations. The meeting was convened as part of the directives and vision of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, and Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, to enhance and facilitate the smooth flow of trade between Zambia and Tanzania. The senior officials meeting of permanent secretaries held on 20th August 2025 was preceded by a meeting of experts held from 18th to 19th August 2025. She has acknowledged Tanzania's generous donation of a cargo scanner, which once installed would enhance inspection efficiency, reduce delays, and improve security. Zambia remains committed to ensure that the scanner was installed at the earliest time possible to help decongest traffic at Nakonde border.
To ensure that we deal with all challenges that are affecting the smooth flow of trade in our country. Her Excellency Dr. Samia during her visit to Zambia, as well as President Hakainde Hichilema during his visit to the United Republic of Tanzania, shared areas where they wanted us as technocrats to focus on. And one of them was to see how we can deal with issues that affect our trade. And true to their word, we have continued this discussion and we have made quite substantial progress in dealing with a number of issues.
And in his address, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Industry and Trade of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Hashio Abdullah, highlighted the progress made since the third JTC meeting held in Tunduma in April 2024. He has emphasized that key issues discussed then, such as operational movements at the Tunduma Nakonde one-stop border post, harmonization of customs and transport regulations, and infrastructure upgrades along the shared corridor remain central to the trade facilitation agenda between the two nations. He has further underscored the importance of aligning bilateral efforts with regional commitments under the Southern African Development Community (SADC) framework.
As correctly said by yourself, during the meeting when they guided us and gave us directives to sit, discuss, and solve all pending NTBs between our two countries for the benefit of our and the people of our two countries as a whole. I'm co-chair. This meeting is the result of from our presidents, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia.
The Zambia Environmental Justice Coalition ZEJC has expressed grave concern over the handling of the February 2025 pollution of the Mwambashi stream, Luela streams, and the Kafue River by cenometers and Rosing mining. In a statement, the coalition said its attention was drawn to the U.S. Embassy's alert of 16th August 2025, which was followed by a joint government press briefing by the Ministers of Green Economy and Environment, Water Development and Sanitation, and the Chief Government Spokesperson. ZEJC notes that it described as contradictory statements from the different parties regarding the same incident, further compounded by revelations in a Bloomberg article published on 13th August 2025. The coalition says the article highlighted troubling facts about the scale of pollution, which it accused both the authorities and senators of understating knowingly or unknowingly. The organization recalls its engagement with the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment on 29th July 2025, where government officials acknowledged multi-sectoral efforts to address the disaster. ZEJC said while it noted ongoing assessments and cleanup efforts, including a comprehensive environmental impact assessment involving over 1,000 samples under Section 107 of the Environmental Management Act, it remained deeply concerned. The coalition criticizes government for withholding the report by Visit Zambia, a consultant engaged immediately after the incident. ZEJC says the report, which recommended several emergency measures, has neither been made public nor implemented, and it accuses authorities of attempting to discredit both the consultant and the findings. And in other news trending this afternoon, President Hakainde Hichilema has appointed Brigadier General Henry Chiwaya as the new Deputy Air Force Commander and promoted him to the rank of Major General. Civic leaders in Chawama constituency have applauded the government for constructing 2 maternity annexes in the area. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Business Regulatory Review Agency, BRRA, has commended the Road Transport and Safety Agency, RTSA, for implementing key transport reforms, including the anniversary licensing system and the newly introduced single-disc road certificate. BRRA Executive Director Sharon Sichilongo says the innovations reflects RTSA's commitment to streamlining access to services, enhancing efficiency, and reducing the cost of compliance for motorists and businesses. She notes that the anniversary licensing system has particularly eased congestion and minimized administrative bottlenecks by spreading license renewals throughout the year, in line with each vehicle's registration anniversary. Mrs. Sichilongo furthermore says the introduction of the single-disc road certificate represents a landmark innovation in Zambia's regulatory environment. By amalgamating road transport, vehicle fitness, and insurance into a single secure disc, RTSA has simplified compliance requirements, improved transparency, and enhanced enforcement efficiency. The reforms also support BRA's mission of promoting a conducive regulatory environment by lowering the cost of doing business, reducing bureaucratic redundancies, and introducing predictable and transparent processes.
The Business Regulatory Review Agency wishes to commend the Road Transport and Safety Agency for undertaking transport reforms, which include the anniversary licensing system and the recently introduced single-disc road certificate. These innovations demonstrate RTSA's commitment to streamlining access to services, enhancing efficiency, and lowering the cost of compliance for motorists and businesses. BRRA has noted that the anniversary licensing system will allow to reduce congestion and administrative bottlenecks by spreading licensing renewals across the year in line with each vehicle's registration or anniversary date.
Ends the business news, and in foreign news, a Bangkok court has acquitted controversial billionaire and former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who was accused of insulting the monarchy. The charge related to an interview he gave to a South Korean newspaper 10 years ago. He would have faced up to 15 years in jail if convicted. Thailand's lèse majesté law forbids insulting its monarchy, but critics say it is often used to target activists and political opponents. The verdict came as Thaksin's daughter suspended PM Perchagan and faces a constitutional court decision on whether or not she should be removed from office. These cases pose a threat to the Shinawatra clan, which has been a dominant force in the Thai politics for years. And in sports news, as someone with a degree in molecular and cellular biology from Harvard University, Cheta Emba took an analytical approach to fulfilling her dream of becoming an international sportswoman. Football initially appeared to offer her most likely route onto the global stage, having earned a place as a goalkeeper in the academy of National Women's Soccer League side Washington Spirit. But it was during her time at university that she learned all about a new sport, one that she has seen go on to become an Olympic medalist. She says, and in quotes, I'm Nigerian American, and part of my hopes and aspirations were to play at the international level. End of quote. The 32-year-old, who is part of the USA squad for the Women's Rugby World Cup, told Newsday on the BBC World Service. And the weather, it's mainly sunny, hazy, and warm to hot, and weather conditions are expected in most parts of Zambia with few clouds over the northeastern parts of the country. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. The Ministry of Energy, in collaboration with the Energy Regulation Board, has assured the nation that Zambia has adequate fuel stocks despite reports of shortages at some filling stations. The Business Regulatory Review Agency has commended the Road Transport and Safety Agency for implementing key transport reforms, including the anniversary licensing system and the newly introduced single disc road certificate. And finally, a Bangkok court has acquitted controversial billionaire and former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra, who was accused of insulting the monarchy. For more news, follow us on Facebook 5FM Radio and subscribe to our YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.